Hello. Hi, 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 hi. Oh my goodness. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Can you hear me? Please, if you can hear me, let me know in the comments that you can hear me. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. A very big welcome to another episode of Honest Conversations with Chinaza Favour. Please, if you can hear me, drop it in the chats, okay? So that I'm sure that you can hear me. Okay? Can you hear me? If yes, please drop it. We are live. We are live. I'm so excited to be here. Okay, Mr. Lucky Nathan, you can hear me. Alright. That's awesome. I'm so excited to be here. Do you know what? It is the 30th episode of this talk show. The 30th. I am so excited. Like, I just want to say thank you for being here. We have streamed this 30 episodes. I'm screaming 30. Whew, it's been a long time coming. Thank you very much for being here. Let me give you a shout out. Hello, Mr. Lucky Nathan. Hello, Sonia Udeze. Thanks for joining. Tosin Animashaun, thank you so much for joining. Mary Ann, I saw your comment that it's your first time. Wow. Well done. Thank you for joining this conversation. You're not going to regret joining, believe me. All those ones that are here that have been coming, they know the value of this conversation. So you're very welcome. Chido Prince, please give Mary Ann her own first time Zubo and Puff Puff. Okay, so before I get started, yes, so we have first time Zubo Puff, not just Zubo. So before I get started, please take this link and share with your friends, okay? It's going to be an awesome time today. And the topic that we have to discuss, whew, somebody say tables were scattered. It's a topic I've been wanting to talk about, and I'm so glad that finally we are doing it on the show. Abby, good evening. Thanks for joining. Yeah, it's the 30th episode. I can't believe it. You know, it was in March. The first episode was streamed on the 31st of March. Yes, when I took the big leap from Facebook to YouTube to launch this program. And I'm so glad, so excited about where we are. And believe me, the prospect, where we are going, oh God, that is why I keep showing up. And you all are you're the founding audience of this talk show. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for always being here. You keep me going too, because if I come here and I don't see anybody, it can be demoralizing. Even though I wasn't going to stop, but it can be demoralizing when you come and you're the only one talking to yourself, right? So thank you very much for being here. I'm going to go ahead now. You see, that's American English. If you followed my post earlier today on my Facebook, you see, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go ahead instead of just going to do it. So I'm going to go ahead, copy this link, and share with everyone on Facebook, on Instagram, on Telegram, and let them know that we are live. If you've not done that, take this minute to do it, okay? Let's do this. Let's do this. We will be discussing a very important topic, that needs to be talked about. It has been overlooked for a very long time, and I see people misuse this particular word and bastardize relationship, and I know that it is time to talk about it. That is what honest conversation is all about. We talk about those things that are not mainstream topics of conversation, and even though they are mainstream topics of conversation, the perspective that we bring to those topics is unique, is very different, right? So please go ahead and share this. Go ahead. I I like to speak British English, but sometimes American English is kind of a lot sweeter. It adds more context, or more context to a sentence. So share this link, share this link, share this link. Let's do this. We are live. Join the conversation now. Now. Whew. Can't believe it. 30th episode. When I was writing the description and I was writing the title for this video and I saw that it's the 30th episode, I was just overjoyed. Thank you very much for being here. Boom! Posted on Facebook. Let's go to Instagram. We are live. Join us or you miss out. I don't know if I'm who doesn't like watching replays. I prefer to join live. Am I the only one? Believe Elisha, good evening. It's good to have you here. Ede Peter, wash his hands. Hey God. Oh my God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Live. Have you shared? Have you shared? If you leave this live stream, believe me, you would not be happy that you did because of what I have to share. Okay, so stay put and invite your village people, your friends and well-wishers, your enemies. Everybody needs to learn from this. Okay? Join the conversation now. You know how those days when our parents, or those old cassette movies that they do cha, and then continue with the advertisement, and they say, grab your copy now. Who remembers? That's what I remembered right now. Yeah, they should join the conversation now. There should be a way to send voice messages to Facebook and Instagram, even sometimes when you want to laugh, because there's some things you see and they are too funny to not, for you to just type a lot of laughs or just emojis. So will tell me, Chinaza, why is it so emojis cannot be enough for you to laugh? I say, no, some posts require voice notes. There are some things you want to laugh about, there's some laughter you want to laugh like this, that this emoji, even GIF, will not be enough, so you send a voice note of you just laughing. All those are Sophia movie, yes. Living in bondage. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm done sending out reminders for them to join. So if they join or not, I've got you guys. We're good to go. Let's get the ball rolling. Thank you very much and welcome again to another episode of Honest Conversations. I remain your beautiful and amiable host, Chinaza Favour, and tonight we'll be discussing mentorship. Okay? We'll be discussing mentorship, what it is not and what it is. Mentorship. You can still hear me, right? My voice is loud and clear, audible enough. We are going to discuss mentorship. Someone say mentorship. Mentorship. So why did I choose this topic? Because I've seen many people who misuse this word, and many times when people come to me and say, Ma, I want you to mentor me, what they mean is I want to have access to you, and that is all. I want to be able to your attention at will. I want you to always be available on demand to me. When I hear people say mentorship, what I hear them say, Justin, your network is disturbing. Sorry. So when I hear people say mentorship, mentor me, their understanding of mentorship is different from what it really is. and what they need to put into the relationship. Many of them are not willing to do it. So I decided to have this conversation here. And I'm not going to take your time, right? I hope to be done in less than 1 hour. What is mentorship? I'm going to start with the definition that I have here. Victoria and Jideka, it's good to have you here. Good evening. She said, thank you for choosing this topic. You're always welcome. Always welcome. I've told you any topic you want me to discuss. Don't wish that I discussed it. Tell me. Drop it as a comment. Send it to me as a message. Drop it in the comments box on Facebook. Anywhere. I am here to serve you. Okay? Tosin, I'm so sorry about your network. So the video has been freezing, but my voice is crystal clear. I hope that is not the way it is with every other person. I hope you can see this beautiful face. Sometimes when I'm done streaming and I come back to watch the play, everything is all blurry. I don't know why. Can you see me well? And can you hear me well? Please let me know. So what is mentorship? What is mentorship? Mentorship is a relationship, okay? It is a relationship between two people, or it's a relationship where two individuals share knowledge, especially when it involves someone who is more experienced sharing his knowledge with someone who is less experienced. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and define it as I've written here. It is a relationship between two people where the individual with more experience, knowledge, and connection is able to pass along what they have learned to a junior one within a certain period of time. Okay? It is a relationship between two people where the individual with more experience, knowledge, and connections is able to pass across that, what they have learned to the junior one within a certain period of time. Okay, so it is a relationship, and there are two people involved in this relationship: the mentor and the mentee, the one with more experience and the one with less experience. Okay, mentorship, it is a relationship, but you know that there are relationships that are parasitic in nature and there are relationships that are beneficial to both parties. But mentorship is a relationship. It is different from coaching. Okay, many people tend to make that mistake of saying that my mentor is my coach, or no, if the person is your coach, it's different. Mentorship does not always require money. Mentorship is more about the altruistic reason for someone doing something. You don't usually get to pay your mentors, but you pay your coaches. Your coaches are there to guide you through a certain level of, to push you through to get to a certain level of expertise, or to help you achieve a certain goal. But your mentor is more about the relationship, more about guiding you through life, even though mentorship can be in different aspects of life, because one person cannot be everything to you. But majorly, as coaches are on goals and getting you to do things, mentorship is about that, but the relationship is more cordial. Okay, so what is the purpose of mentorship? What is the purpose of mentorship? Simply to help an individual grow faster than they would have done on their own. You engage in mentorship because you want to shorten the learning curve for yourself. You want to shorten the journey for yourself. I mean, every one of us, we can grow at our different paces. We will definitely grow as long as we are intentional about learning and getting better. We will definitely grow. But what is the point of growing or taking 5 years to grow when you can actually take few months to grow with the help and guidance of a mentor? The video is freezing on your side too. Now I don't even know what the problem could be. Please hang in. Hold on. Is it better? I don't know. If this it goes wrong, I'm not even sure how I'm going to fix that. Is this better? Alright, so mentorship is all about helping the younger person to grow, the less experienced person to grow, to get better. It is not just um, it's not just about the older person just teaching. It's about the younger person, learning and growing to attain a certain level of growth, or to attain a certain height. Okay, that is what mentorship is. That is the purpose of mentorship. Usually to shorten the learning curve for you, for anybody. All right. So who is a mentor? I'm breezing through this. I don't want us to take too much time here. I hope the video is clearer now. Who is a mentor? Who is a mentor? So this topic, this conversation is going to be based on you as the one being mentored. All right. Maybe next week we can have a guest on the show to talk about mentoring proper, but today we are going to talk about you being mentored, you being at the receiving end of a mentoring relationship. Okay, so who is a mentor? Who is a mentor? Yes, Peter, you said a period of time during which a person receives guidance from a mentor. Yes, it can be a period of time, and it can be the activity, the guidance itself, right? Mary Ann says mentorship shortens the journey by riding on another man's personal experience and expertise. That's very, very correct. Okay, that's very correct. So who is a mentor? Who is a mentor? A mentor is someone who helps you to grow, make better decisions, and gain better perspectives on your life and career. Okay, I'm still coming to the main gist. I'm going to breeze through this. A mentor is someone who helps you to grow, make better decisions, and have better perspectives on life and your career, right? A mentor is someone who's taking time to know you and your challenges. A mentor is someone who can vouch for you and is willing to give you access to their network, their resources. A mentor is someone who teaches by modeling. I always argue this, okay? And people don't accept or work with my view on this mentorship thing. So I argue that you cannot say you have a mentor that does not know you. But then some schools of thought would say you don't have to be in a direct relationship with a mentor before they become mentors, with them before you say that they are your mentors. And I'm like, if you don't know me, how are you mentoring me? Yes, your book can instruct me, your trainings can instruct me, I can get better by reading your books and by attending your workshops. But if you don't know me, I wouldn't call it a mentoring relationship, right? I wouldn't call it that, even though some people might differ in that argument. I mean, to each his own, but I believe that if it's a mentoring relationship, the mentor has taken time to know about you and is willing to invest his time, his resources in you. The person that is mentoring you or that should mentor you has taken interest in you and has decided to guide you. So it's not just you learning in the shadows. They are actively teaching you. It's not passive, it is active. That is why I don't take mentorship. I don't even do mentorship at the moment, because it takes a lot to be able to mentor someone. It's not something you do by the side. And for some of you here that love to answer the name mentor, I'm a mentor, who come to you and they're like, can you please mentor me? You say yes. You have 150 people, you have 1,000 people that you're mentoring, and you don't even know them. So how exactly are you mentoring them? It's just a genuine question. How exactly are you mentoring them? Anyway, tonight is not about you as a mentor. Tonight is about you as a mentee. Okay, so for me, if you don't have direct access to that person, if the person doesn't know you, I wouldn't call it a mentorship relationship or a mentoring relationship. All right, this person has taken time, has known you, known your story, known your challenges, and has decided, maybe has seen what you can give, or has seen the potentials that you carry, and is willing to invest in that. Maybe not in the way of money, but by distilling what he knows or what she knows in you, so that you can get better, so that your journey can be shortened. You can always message this person. Mentorship, see, it is not being someone. Again, it's not about you as a mentor, but you as a mentee. So let me not just leave the topic on the table. Okay? And who is a mentee? A mentee is the object of whatever I've said that the mentor does. You are the object, you are the one at the receiving side, or on the receiving end of a mentoring relationship. Usually, you are the one who is being taught to grow, to make better decisions, and to gain better perspectives on life. You are the one who is less experienced. You are the less experienced party in this relationship. You are the one that are learning. Okay? You are the one that needs to grow. You are the one to benefit most from this relationship. So a mentor invests in you. You are the one being invested in majority of the time. Okay? That is who a mentee is. The person that wants to learn. So what is mentorship not? This is where I'm going to break a little, break some tables. What is mentorship not? Mentorship is not a parasitic relationship. Mentorship is not a parasitic relationship. What do I mean by that? Like I said before, when someone says, I want you to mentor me, what they mean is, I want to have access to you, to your time, to your resources, to everything that you have. And majority of the time, the person that wants to be mentored has nothing to bring to the table. You are there to receive, but you are not there to give. And I believe that every relationship, no matter what, there has to be a transaction of value, one way or the other. Mentorship is not a parasitic relationship. It is not a one-way street where you are only being invested in. Effort is needed from your side. Even more effort is needed from your side if that relationship is going to keep going. Alright, it's good to have you here. Good evening. Thanks for joining. Yes, mentorship is not a parasitic relationship. Okay, it should be symbiotic. Yes. I didn't want to go biological, Mr. Nathan. That's why I didn't talk about those forms of relationship. Alright, mentorship is not having someone that will give you money. If you are my mentor, I once saw someone, or read a story of someone who was accepted to be mentored, The next minute, the person is telling the mentor all his family's problem, let's say, for example, the person comes to me and is like, "Ma, I see what you do for those of us that are hyped about being called mentors. So, ma, I see what you do, and I love writing. Can you please guide me in writing? Can you please let me learn from you?" And then, because I'm crazy about being called a mentor, I say yes, and I take this person in, okay, without proper evaluation to be sure that this person actually wants this and is worthy of my time. All right. Now, the next thing after that acceptance is the person now starts telling me her family problem, how her village got flooded, how she has not eaten that day, how her, this and that is happening. I'm not saying that your family problems are not valid. I'm trying to say that your mentor is not someone that is there to give you money. If you start on that note, believe me, you are losing that relationship. Nobody wants someone that is just there to take. Nobody wants a parasite. That is the truth. If you cannot transact value one way or the other, nobody will invest in you. Okay? So, mentorship is not having someone that will give you money when you need it. It is not. Not having someone that will give you financial assistance at every point. Okay? Mentorship is not having someone that you feel entitled to his or her time and resources. It is not having someone that you feel entitled to his or her time and resources. So because I say, okay, let me mentor you, you send me a message at 12 a.m., at 3 a.m., at 5 a.m., and you expect to reply immediately. Like how on earth? Some of you are very, very ill-mannered. Nobody owes you anything. I need you to understand that. Nobody. Even those ones that say, I will mentor you. Nobody owes you anything. You're the one that owes yourself. These people are just making commitments to see you grow, but they don't owe you anything. So your mentor is not someone that you can always message at any time. Even though I said you have access to them, yes, but it doesn't give you the right to send them messages at ungodly hours. Where is your manners? Where are your manners? Are you getting this? It's not someone that you feel entitled to. Their energy, their time, their resources, whatever that resource is. Pay attention to that, or take note of that. Mentorship in general, like I said before, is not a one-way street. It is a two-way street. One-way streets only allow one direction, one movement, or direction in one movement in one direction. I don't get my head right now. It only allows movement in one direction, and that direction that you think as a mentee is value coming to you, only benefits coming to you, only share you are what. It is a two-way street. Value comes to you, value goes to your mentor. Value comes to you, and value goes to your mentor. You must always look for ways to serve. But let me not jump ahead of time. Let's stay on track. Okay? Mentorship is not someone choosing your path for you or making decisions for you. I need to dwell a little bit on this. Mentorship is not someone choosing your path for you or making decisions for you. So my mentor, I'd ask him questions. He's the last person to give you a direct answer. He's the last person. that will tell you, okay, Chinaza, do it this way, do it this way. No. He will only give you the pros and cons of both options that you presented to him. The choice is yours to make. Mentorship allows you to think. It gives you room for you to think and expand your mind. It is not someone choosing every detail of your life for you. Because I believe we have gotten so lazy. We have gotten so lazy that we can't even think for ourselves again. And then we disguise it as seeking counsel and advice. You need to stop. Mentorship is not someone telling you every step to take. They can help you craft a plan based on where you tell them that you're going, or based on their knowledge and experience. But they will not be the ones to push that vehicle for you. They will not be the ones to tell you exactly what to do. You have to be able to think by yourself, come up with ideas, share with that mentor, and let them scrutinize and criticize what you've brought and see how to move forward. I can't make the decisions for you. When people come to me for counseling, for mentorship, I even tell them, no, I don't do mentorship, but you can always send me a message. If I have time, I'll reply. And then they start sending messages, and I see they just want me to make decisions for them. No, just give you a broad view of what the situation looks like, because I'm not in the picture, so I'm able to give you a bird's eye view of what the situation is like, so that you can choose what your next line of action would be. But I'm not going to be the one to tell you this, do this, or don't do that, because humans will like to push blames, right? And when things don't go the way you expect, you start blaming your mentors. You are the one that told me to take this decision, or to take this step, or to do this and that. No. Mentorship doesn't live your life for you. Mentorship shows you what your life can be and lets you choose whether you want to live that life or not. Okay? So what is your role as a mentee? Is someone getting value tonight? What is your role as a mentee? What is your role as a mentee? What is your role as a mentee? You must be willing to learn. I want to sing. You must be willing to learn. Most of you have good intentions. I want to learn from this person. I want you to mentor me. Yeah, but do you understand what it means to be mentored? Do you understand what it means to learn from somebody? So the person you want to mentor you is the person you think is doing well, right? Someone you want to kind of learn what they do and how they do things. So you must be willing to learn. You have to be more passive listener or learner than an active learner. What do I mean by this? You must not always wait for them to call you and sit you down and start advising you or giving you pieces of advice for you to now start jotting. No. Learning in a mentorship relationship is better done in passing. You watch how they do things. Indirect learning, exactly, that's what I wanted to say. Indirect learning. You watch how they do their meetings, how they schedule their meetings. You watch how they prepare for presentations. You watch how they plan their days. You watch how they, host conference, because you are in the picture. And you see the process is going on. You don't wait for them to tell you, okay, you see, before I go live, this is what I do, or before I go for this meeting, this is what I do. No, the goal is for you to learn indirectly. Watch their mode of doing things, because you are not there to do exactly what they do, but to model, to learn how they do what they do, so that you can bring your own uniqueness to your own game. Yes, teachable spirit, Mr. Lucky Neta. Teachable spirit. You must be willing to learn and learn indirectly. Actively learn indirectly. And when the occasion or the opportunity comes for direct learning, where you get to ask them questions and they answer you, you take in a lot more. But you must be willing to learn in, passively or indirectly. Okay? I am close to someone right now, not mentorship. I'm close to someone right now and I see he strategizes. And I'm amazed. I suck at strategies. I suck. I don't know anything about strategies or strategizing. But this person is so good at it. So I don't even need to ask him, can you please teach me how you do? I might do so later, but believe me, I'm taking note of every step that I can see him take. That is how mentorship is. Even though it's not spelled out, it's mentorship. I'm mentoring you. I'm learning. You must be willing to learn. Alright? The next role that you have as a mentee is you must be willing to obey orders. You must be willing to obey orders. Americans will say orders. You must be willing to obey orders. This is the very difficult part. So you have a plan for your life. So for someone like me that like being in charge of my life, my decisions, it is going to be a struggle for me to take orders. And if I want to be mentored, I have to be willing to take orders even when I don't understand it. This is why you must be careful who you're choosing to mentor you. Uguchi Dema, yes, you're being discipled. That is what mentorship is. You're being discipled. Alright? You must be willing to take orders. Have you seen these martial arts movies? These Chinese and monk movies? Or I'm a huge fan of South Korean movies, so I watch a lot of their martial arts movies, and I learn a lot from martial arts, even though I don't practice martial arts. But you see the way the master trains the younger one. It is tough. Mentorship is not a bed of roses. You must be willing to go against your body, go against what you ordinarily thought you knew about yourself. Or one of my mentors told me, or the only mentor that I call mentor, told me, if this person tells me to stop, even though I want to go there, I will stop and pay attention. This person cannot tell me, oh yeah, go there, go and go and represent me here, and I'm giving him excuses. This person cannot tell me, go and read this book, and I'm giving excuses. This person cannot tell me, go and talk about this thing, go and host this conference, go and do this training, and I'm saying no. It is not possible. Because you are there to learn. You are there to learn what they did when they were coming up. You are there to get to the point where they are. So you have to learn to submit yourself to authority. I read somewhere where someone said she had I think I was sharing this story on this show one time ago. This lady, she has a mentor, well, a couple of mentors, and she had struck a deal with a media company to host one of their events. Huge money, in millions. And she was to sign the contract, like orally, on social media, they had already struck and concluded on the terms of the deal. The only thing remaining was for her to go to where invited her, so that they can sign the deal. So for some reason she decided to tell her mentor, one of her mentors, about it. And her mentor told her, don't take that deal. Don't go there. Without any single explanation or reason why she shouldn't. And she said she stayed back. It hurts. You've already decided that you want to do this, and see how much we are calling here. And two, you're not giving me any reason I shouldn't go ahead. But she said she stayed back. The day she was going to sign, the next day she was going to sign, she told them that she can't make it. She was crying because she needed money at that point. 3 days after, it was in the news that that company was part of a Ponzi scheme something, and everybody that has ever done business or transactions with that company were all part of the we're all involved in that case, whether you knew about it or not, because even as long as you have transacted with that company, you are part of the deal. So imagine if she had gone that day to sign that deal. So she had to come back and ask the mentor, did you know about this? Look at what happened. The mentor said, I knew, and that was why I told you not to go. But why didn't you tell me now? She said since that day she learned to pay even more attention, not question. This doesn't mean that you don't have a say, or you can't say what you want to do about with your life. But sometimes you have to be willing to submit even when you don't understand, because they see what you cannot see. If you trust them, if you are sure that they are the people that you need for your journey, you have to trust them enough. Okay, that was profound for me. I said, this is what it means to be a mentee. Many of us will not be willing to give up that deal or to stay back. We would do it and then say, what will happen will happen. You must be willing to obey orders. If your mentor tells you, Chinaza, do this, even though I most times I struggle with thinking I can do a couple of things, but these days I am learning to bank on the belief of my mentor in me, because I don't see what he sees. He sees greatness. He sees this lady that will take over the world in the future. I don't see it. So when he tells me, Chinaza, okay, you have to stop being like this, you have to start being like this, it doesn't make sense to me, but I have to take his belief in me, drawn. And he once told me too, he said, I think in our last conversation, he said, I don't always understand it, but when I was coming up, I didn't always understand it. When I was coming up, I had to take these people's beliefs in me. There were about 4. I had to take their belief in me to do certain things that I would never have even dared to dream. And today, he is up there. His mentors have already left Earth. Everybody is growing because he paid attention and he still pays attention. Okay? So you must be willing to take orders. The next thing is, you are to take initiative in that relationship. You are to take initiative in that relationship. In other words, you have to be proactive. It is not your mentor's job to always message you. You are there to learn. So you don't wait for them to call you and teach you something. That was why I said you learn in absence more than you even learn by asking questions. You learn from watching them, because they're your role models, right? They are modeling what you want to be like. So you learn in absence. However, you must be proactive in that relationship. You must be willing to ask questions. Don't wait for them to come ask you questions. So what are your plans for this week? But I know it is your job to craft your plans for the week and show them, ma, sir, this is what I intend to do today. Can you please go through it and let me know what you think? Can you please criticize this from me? And then they'll go through it. So again, if you don't have a relationship with them or a direct relationship with them, how can you do that? That's not mentorship. Still falls back to my argument, alright? So you take proactive measures. If they are doing something and you don't really understand it, you can ask them, how did you do this? Or why are you doing this? Ask questions. Mentors love people that ask questions. They love inquisitive people. Because they were inquisitive when they were coming up. See, this is a cycle. And if you really want to get good, you must be proactive. You are the one to continue watering that relationship. It's not them. Excuse me. They are not the ones to invest as much in that relationship. You are the one that needs what they have to offer. So, you invest your time, you invest your energy, you invest your resources. Gone are those days where you're like, I don't have money, I cannot give anything. Please, don't you have skills? Don't you have... Anyway, I'm coming to how you can sustain your mentorship relationship, but you must be proactive. You must be proactive. Okay? Take the initiative. Lead them on. Ask them questions. Leading questions. Many of them don't even have time. Even though they want to be there for you, they may not always be there. So it is your duty to ask them questions as often as possible. And they will reply. Okay? The next thing that I have here is that you must be willing to serve. You must be willing to serve. But before I talk about being willing to serve, you must have goals for yourself. Okay? You must have goals for yourself, for your life, for that relationship. And then you commit to serving. There's someone on this call right now who took it upon herself to be my virtual assistant. You know yourself. I'm not going to mention you because I want to protect you, right? I'm jealous for you. Like, I want to have you to myself. But she's here because she said, I am this and that. I want to be a virtual assistant. I didn't pay attention to that. But then she kept on requesting. And I said, okay, let me give you a try. And she has been the one asking questions. I'm not mentoring her. But if there is any need for me to mentor her, it will come very easy. Because she is serving first. I have people in my life that I cannot afford not to serve. Like, I'm always looking for ways to serve them. Once their program is out, I'll carry it on my head and post to my audience. You cannot miss this. Their products I'm sharing. How can I? I'm volunteering. Service is your way to mentorship. It's not enough. In fact, it is parasitic to just send anyone a message on social media and say, I want you to mentor me. On what basis? On what basis? What do you have to give? Why should I pay attention to you? Why should I invest in you? Why are you worthy of my time? That is the question they're asking themselves. And if you don't answer that question, they may not give you that time. So you must be willing to serve. Serve your skills. What can you do? How can you help this person? Every king that you know has a need. No matter how high up there you know them to be, or how sufficient you think they are. They have a need. It could be even the slightest thing. You don't come with the mindset to just take. You come with the mindset to give. What can I give? And believe me, it will open doors that you've never imagined for you. Alright? Quickly, let me move on to why mentorship is important. I've talked about this briefly, but I'm going to talk about it more in details right now. Why is mentorship important? So, in this time and age, some people still believe that they don't need mentors. They don't need mentors. And it's a very, very dangerous position to have. You want to grow, right? But you don't think you need someone to guide you. It's fine, no? It's fine. You spend years making mistakes. You spend years in trial and error. You spend 5 years trying to figure out something that someone else has already figured out, that you could just get by asking questions. But no, you'd rather be all self-sufficient. You'd rather live your life on your terms without submitting to any authority. It is very, very dangerous. Watch my video here on the dangers of unbridled enthusiasm. You'll understand better. You cannot not have mentors. Even if it's one person, you cannot not have an authority that you submit to. If you're not ready to submit to any authority, don't even have any goal at all. Because what do you want to do? You don't want to submit to an authority, but you want people to submit to you. As per se, you are God or what? When you serve, you know how to. You know when someone is serving you right. When you submit to an authority, you can actually learn to guide others because you've done it. You are doing it. And you cannot stop being mentored until you are gone, until you are dead. So even if you are 70, you still have mentors who have gone ahead of you, who you listen to, who you pay attention to, whose words you don't allow to fall to the ground. Okay? So mentors are your shortcut to your goals. Having mentors or mentorship is a way of getting to where you need to get to faster. Your mentors will help you avoid potholes. I've been here, don't do this, even though it's looking like what you should do. But because you already have mentors and you're listening, they'll tell you, don't do this, I did it so time and this is what happened, don't do it. Even if they tell you don't do it, you know that they know what they're saying without explanation. Okay? Mentorship helps to build your emotional muscle. This is important. It builds your emotional muscle. How do I mean? Your mentor will get on your nerves many times. They're going to say things that you ordinarily wouldn't accept. They're going to, if it is a mentor that is careless with words, they're going to talk you down. They might criticize you in a way that is kind of demeaning. But look, it is building your emotional muscle. It's making you more emotionally intelligent, that you can thrive in any environment, that you can deal with anybody. Is this making sense to you? Submission checks your excesses. Exactly, Mr. Lucky-Naka. Thanks for that. It checks your excesses. So, mentorship builds your emotional muscles, your mental muscles, because you are going to be stretched. If you allow them, they're not going to force their approach on you. If you don't allow them, they will let you be. It's your life, so live it the way you want to live it. But if you allow them, they're going to stretch you. They are going to push you. but in the end, it's all for your good. Mentorship keeps you in check. Okay, I've said that it checks your exes, and you need to watch my video on unbridled enthusiasm. It's right here on this channel. Go watch it. You'll be so glad that you did. I think it's one of the best conversations I've had on this show yet. Mentorship improves your work ethic because you are serving, and they're giving you tasks to perform, and you are always on your toes to deliver. So it builds your work ethic, makes you have better work ethic, so that by the time you become independent, not independent of the account cell, but by the time you've sort of found your footing, you can adjust and show up for your dreams without anybody actually pushing you. All right, mentorship gives you new perspectives and insights. It gives you access to classified information you wouldn't get any other place, that can only be gotten by experience. See, so many mentors, so many high flyers don't write books. So many of them keep what they have learned in here, and until you get access to them and they teach you, you will not be able to get that information any other place. True or false? So mentorship gives you access to information that is not readily available to the public. Sometimes not even available to any public, not talk of being readily at all. Alright? It expands your network, because mentors are invested in you. They want to see you grow, especially when you've shown that you are someone that they can invest in. They give you access to their network, their graphics designers, their airport security personnel. Their mentors do that. I know people who do that. They'll be willing to assist you in any way because they've proven that you are willing to be invested in. Okay? So how can you find a mentor? You have to choose what you want for your life, where you want to get to, and find people that are already doing it. Find people whose present is your future, a part of your future. Find people who are already doing well in that area you want to do well in. Alright? And when you've done that, you have to make sure that their values align with yours. Because mentorship is more than the professional relationship of guiding you through the intricacies of some skills. Some mentorship require real, live interactions. Alright, so you have to make sure that your values align with them or with theirs. Okay? And your skill set is what they need. Pay attention to that. Someone told me that he had to go learn graphics design. He had to learn to do graphics because he wanted to use it to serve his mentor. He saw that his mentor didn't have a graphic designer, and he wanted to serve. So he had to go and learn graphics designing so that he can serve. And that earned him a huge place in his mentor's life. That is service. I'm sorry, I will be a little bit above 1 hour today. That was not the plan. I'm sorry. And I was even rushing to think, to see if we could end before 1 hour, but it is what it is. So, make sure that the mentor is someone that has the results, that have the results that you want, the results that you want to get, that they have what you already are thinking or what you can imagine. Remember, mentors don't just show you. They don't just tell you what is possible. They don't just show you what is possible. They show you how it is possible. So you want someone that has done it and is willing to show you how it is done. Okay, role models show you what is possible. Mentors show you how it is possible. They are different. Very, very different. Okay? And when you've found these people, you already have your goals, and you've already seen where you can serve, then you volunteer. You volunteer to serve. Your skill, your energy, Be in their face. If you don't have money to give, be in their faces. Always share whatever they post. Always, you know, compliment and drop intelligent comments. Always talk about their programs. Even if you cannot pay for their programs, always share with your tribe and tag them so that they see it. Don't go and tell them I want you to mentor me. They are going to snub you. People don't have that kind of time, especially when they are already, big, and they have a lot of things to do with their time and a lot of things demanding their attention. So you have to stand out. Okay? Prove that you are worthy of even being paid attention to before mentorship happens. If you can do anything that they need, or you identify that they need it, go ahead and volunteer to do it. Edunedewo volunteers to transcribe Junobidi's programs from audio to written texts. Every single seminar that Junobidi had hosted those days, Edunedewo would transcribe without being asked. That is mentorship, and that was when Junobidi started paying attention to her. Okay, this person seems like she has something. And see, mentors or people that are high up there, they protect their spaces a lot. Their spaces are very sacred to them. And so you want to ensure that you are not coming to encroach in their spaces. Do you get me? They have to see you as valuable enough so that they can open their space to you to come in. And when you are giving this access, don't abuse it. Don't abuse it. I also have a video on this channel, a conversation that we've already had on the dangers of over familiarity. You might also need to go watch that before you make any application to any mentor. Okay? So you must be willing to serve, you must volunteer. You're not there to just take. You are there to give first before they can now see that you are worth giving back to. Okay? And if they have a paid program, buy. Save up and buy. Some of you know that my mentor is Junobidi. I don't miss any of his paid programs. In 2020, right, I wanted to attend his crossover. I sent him a message. Can I please pay? It was just 50k, but I couldn't afford it. And I sent him a message. Can I please pay in 3 installments? I'll pay half the price right now, and then over the next few months, I'm going to complete the payment. He did not respond till today. He didn't respond to that message. In 2021, I signed up for his crossover because I had been following him bumper to bumper, so I learned. I signed up for his program, for his crossover. That was his first paid event, first paid product that I paid for. And since then, I have been paying every single one he puts out. I'm buying. Just because he's my mentor doesn't mean that, or he gave me access, doesn't mean that I should not buy what he is selling. No. At every point, in fact, I might even be the first person to always buy. Once I see this is it, I'm clicking on the link immediately. I'm buying. I'm not buying sometimes because I really need that thing. No. I'm showing that I am interested in what you are doing, sir. I honor you too much to not buy what you do, or buy from you, or buy what you sell. If you have a book, I'm going to buy. Some of you are not ready to make that commitment and you want mentorship. Don't you know that when you pay for what they have, when you have challenges, or if they see that you're struggling with something, they will call you, hey Chinaza, this and this and this. That's what he does. Hey Chinaza, you are not this and this and okay. I think this is going to be useful to you. that's how we do our own mentorship work. Because he doesn't outrightly mentor people. But if he sees that you are worth investing in, he pays attention to you and what you do. So, learn to buy, learn to commit, learn to invest in relationships. You are not there just to take. You are there to give first, so that they can find you worthy enough of their time, their resources, sometimes their money. Okay? And I think that's where I'm going to end this conversation. I told you guys. Sam Harvard! I'm selling things too. Come and buy, because I can't believe you being here. Wow, thank you so much for joining. Oh my god. Thank you so much. I'll come and buy. I'll come and buy. Once I get off live, I'm coming to buy. So I told you guys in the copy that I sent out that if you have any question, you let me know, or you drop in the comments. So if you have any question, let me know. Drop it right now. Let me answer. I'm going to go off by 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go off in about 3 minutes and a few seconds. Do you have any question? Have you learned something so far? Have you learned something? If you did, it would be very, very wrong for you not to take a screenshot of this beauty on your screen and share with your friends. Share with them. Let them know what you learned. You know, so many of you are making this conversation your best kept secrets. No, now it's not done that way. As you learn and your folks learn, you grow together. Okay? Mary Ann is asking, how do you establish a mentoring relationship with someone you admire? With someone you admire. Why do you admire them? You admire their results. Okay. Are you willing to learn from them? Because mentorship is not you wanting to mentor. You know what? It's not just you wanting to be mentored. They have to be willing to mentor you. So, like I said before, you have to start with service. What can you give? How can you serve? That is the first thing. How can I be of value to this person? How can I be of value to this person? What is in my skill set that I can serve to this person? You pay attention. You pay attention. The person who volunteered to be my virtual assistant, God bless your soul, Sonia, I didn't ask for that. She saw that I needed one, and she's been doing an amazing job. She's the one, Oma, can we do this? Can we do that? Can we do that? If there's any space, if there's any chance for mentorship, I'm going to take it up immediately. So you have to learn to serve. What does this person need? What could the person possibly need? Because every king that, like I said before, every king that you know has a need. Mr. Sam Harvard, someone is greeting you. Good evening, sir. So every king that you know has a need, and it's important that you identify at least one of those needs and serve it. You can start with compliments. You see, compliment is one of my ways of getting into the hearts of whoever that I want, because I love genuinely. I give genuine compliments. And so I don't hoard my compliments. I don't keep them to myself. Like I tell you, or I teach you, if you've been a good follower of Chinaza Favour, you know that compliments are not yours to keep. If you keep them, you will choke. So give genuine compliments, look for what to serve, and start from there. Okay, be genuinely interested. Not even to be mentored by them now. Be genuinely interested in their well-being, in what they do. Buy what they are selling, if they are selling anything. Okay, if they are holding any training and you cannot afford to buy, share. You know, one way or the other, serve. Volunteer for their projects. Okay, so recently I had an outreach in Lagos, and a couple of people volunteered to join me for those outreaches. Believe me, it was very tedious. we went to Kirikiri prison. That day, a woman came with her child that was a few months old, and the baby was sick that day. She came. She said she couldn't afford not to be here. She couldn't afford not to join in that outreach. I was so touched. So even if it's not a mentorship relationship, if she ever has a need that I can solve, I will have no reason to say no. So many of them, for me, I took about 6 buses before I got to that place, because the people that I was asking how to get there were just misdirecting me. A copper had to leave Ojolubega to get to Kirikiri, Apapa. It was not easy, but they did it. The day a few days ago, when was that? On Wednesday. Okay, on Tuesday, we went to Ojolu Grammar School. Some of them came. I will have no reason to not pay attention to these people, even if it's not mentorship. Do you understand? I have a couple of them that volunteered in different states to help distribute some copies of those books. I will have no reason to not pay attention to them. Service, it opens doors to you. Don't joke with it. Don't you joke with it. Okay? Bro, I will not bite my tongue for this thing. Whoa. Bro. How can one have several mentors in relation to various aspects of life, like a mentor for career profession, another to guide in financial lifestyles and entrepreneurship if you intend to start something? Of course. So if you read my book, Dear Young One, in Quick's letter, is it the 3rd letter or the 4th letter where I talked about surrounding yourself with the right people? I told you that one person cannot be everything to you. You cannot play the role of everything for one person or to one person. So it will be unfair for you to even expect one person to play the role of lifestyle coach, financial literacy coach, relationship coach, everything coach, fitness coach for you, no, or mentorship or to provide mentorship on every aspect of life for you. It's not fair. Like I said, you have to know your goal. So for different aspects of your life, you have goals. There are mentors that can play that role or that can fill that position for 2 aspects of your life. So maybe relationship and spirituality. You have one mentor that does that for you. That's fine. But you cannot expect the person to be your financial literacy advisor, to guide you on everything. No. So you should not even you should. It is advisable that you have different mentors or different advisors who you pay attention to on different aspects of life. Okay? So that you can also have balanced understanding. Someone says in the multitude of counsels, a war is won. I think it's in the book of Proverbs. In the multitude of what counsels, a war is won. So one person cannot know everything. They might have an idea, but you want the best to guide you on different aspects of life. So have different people for different reasons. Okay? Miriam says, thank you so much. I learned in no small way. I'm glad you did. I'm going through the comments. Tudor Prince says, someone who doesn't outrightly mentor people, can you equally call them your mentor while you indirectly follow them? I said this before, that it is my own argument. It is my argument that if someone does not know you and does not directly instruct you, I wouldn't call that person your mentor. Okay, mentorship is about intentionality. I know you, I'm invested in you. Nia Adesanya said that in a way that I really, really loved during the Next Voices conference. He said, I don't even like being called mentor, but if I want to be a mentor, it has to be real. Like he's not quick to say I'm a mentor. No. He can instruct you, he can guide you, he can give you a piece of advice here and there, but he won't call you a mentor. He said, my proteges, the ones that I say I mentor, I mean it to the last letter. So if the person does not outrightly mentor you and you learn from them, they are your role models, they are your instructors, they guide you, but I wouldn't say they mentor you. Okay, you can. I indirectly follow a lot of people, but I have just a few people that I learn directly from. Very, very few. I mean, they don't even up to three, I think. Chukodi Donatus Michael is asking, what do you do when friends who see you as your friends and in real terms they are only but friends, but they see themselves as being above you, or maybe you should be mentored by them? If they know what you don't know, submit yourself to be mentored. The goal is to grow. The goal is to grow. And if it warrants dropping your ego to learn, it doesn't matter. And one thing I wanted to say that I forgot was that mentorship is not about age. It's not about age. It's about the results that you want to get. Okay? It's not about how old you are and all that. If you have what I need, I don't care how old you are. If you're 17, I'm learning from you. Yes, I have pride, but I have to drop my ego to learn from you because I need it. I don't mind being scolded at by you if I'm going to get what I need to get from you. I'm not going to learn for the rest of my life from you, but within that short period that I have to learn from you, I will. So if they really have the results that you covet, that you envy, that you want for yourself, submit yourself to be mentored. Otherwise, you might need to take a walk from that circle. Alright? And this happens usually when they have made more money than you. It's fine. It's fine. Don't be intimidated. If they have what you need, learn. If they don't. Donatus is asking again, what's the difference between a mentor and an advisor? An advisor just advises you. A mentor is invested in you. I advise a lot of people based on what I do online. People send me messages, they ask questions, they need counseling, they need clarity. So I advise. Okay? I advise, I counsel a lot of people, but I don't actively mentor anybody because I don't have that time. I understand that mentorship is commitment. Hey Fee! Oh my god, I can't believe you're here. Thank you for joining. So I advise a lot of people, but I don't mentor anybody at the moment. I will mentor someone or some people as time goes on, but at this moment I don't actively mentor anybody. Okay, so an advisor can be anybody. Anyone can advise you as long as they are worthy of you receiving criticism from them. But your mentor is innate for you, has your back. Your mentor is willing to see you grow, not the mentor that will push you down or stop you from shining too much. That one is not a mentor self. So they are different. Anyone can advise, but not everyone can mentor. Okay? You say yes, we know you for giving people their flowers. Oh, I'm huge on that. Marianne is asking, is mentorship not supposed to be a lifetime relationship? If yes, how do you address the issue of mentorship programs that run for just days or months? Hey, mentorship, one definition of mentorship is a duration of time during which a mentor mentors a mentee. If that makes sense. Mentorship doesn't have to be a lifetime something. I mean, is it marriage? It's not marriage. Okay? It's just that for some seasons or at a certain phase of your life, you need this person's counsel. And so you submit yourself to learn from them. we outgrow, we grow, we learn, all right, and life goes on. So mentorship is in phases. There are some relationships that you may have passed that level of mentorship, like active mentorship, like you've grown very well, and it's no longer that intense, but it is still mentorship in the sense that you can still ask questions. You might even be mentored, and then you pass your mentor, you grow past your mentor. What do? You sustain that relationship, but you look for bigger people or higher people to guide you through because of where you are going. You don't stay there and say, oh, you mentored me, so I have to stay with you, even though I've grown past this. I have to remain in this box. No, you sustain that relationship. You understand that this was the knowledge, this was the person whose counsel brought you where you are, and so you cannot even trash it. You have to cherish it for as long as you can, but you move on to more people who have the results that you're now looking at to guide you on how to get there. Does this make sense to you? So it's not a lifetime thing per se, but the relationship can be sustained for a lifetime if you are good at sustaining relationships. Okay, so mentorship is okay. It's okay for mentorships to last for a couple of months. That is when it is paid mentorship. Okay, they are there. So for this period of time, I'm here for you. I'll be singing "How are you, my friend" for you all the time. I'll guide you. I'll teach you all the strategies that I know on how to get here, and we'll do this for months. I'm going to mentor you for a year. I'm going to mentor you for 2 years. It's a contract. You sign it and you stay committed to it. However, most mentorships are more altruistic in that the money is not involved. But where money is involved, it cannot be a lifetime thing. How much do you want to pay for a lifetime mentorship? So, let me see. Who else? Lucky Nathan says, in this age of innovation and technology, can we get classified information and guidance from people not living in our geographical locations as mentors? Of course! You can get information from anybody as long as you can afford to get there. And as long as they are willing to share with you. Junobidi will always talk about his mentor, PK. He said that one time PK called him and told him what to do, gave him a blueprint that he has never taught anywhere, that he has never shown anyone, that he has never written in any book, that it is all in his head. And the information he gave him was more like, this is all you need to enter any space, any circle. That is classified information, and you can't get it anywhere, not even on any computer. You have to hack his brain to get it. And majority of these accomplished people, they don't really share. They teach, they inspire, they educate, they inform, but that concentrated one, that most important one, they don't really share it unless you've proven your worth over time. Okay, so you can get classified information and guidance from people not living in your geographical location if you have been able to build that connection over technology like social media, or if you can afford to travel to where they are. All the best. Okay, it's not impossible. Witemi, I hope I got that right. Good evening, thanks for joining. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. This means a lot to me. Can someone be mentored by an equal? Mentor. No. Well, so if you're equal, why do you need for mentorship? you want to be mentored by someone who has gone ahead. So if you're equal in experience, in net worth, I don't know what, you can share ideas, but you can learn from them what they are doing, but I wouldn't call that mentorship. I mean, I'm very careful with that use of that word mentorship. It's not one to throw around. So if it's a friend, if it's a peer, you can learn from your peers. But if the person is your age, is within your age range and has gone ahead of you and is doing amazingly well, you can learn from them. Doesn't matter what their age bracket is. Anyone can mentor, anyone can be taught, anyone can teach. Okay. Uchidema is asking, in mentorship, is it right to ask your mentor questions like what they think about your becoming? I wish I get that question, but I'm going to answer and I hope I get that correctly. Is it right to ask your mentor questions like what they think about your becoming? What is your becoming? So first of all, you have to have goals for yourself, right? We already established that. And like I said before, you have to be proactive in that relationship. You are the one that is, or you are the one that I keep making this mistake, this grammatical mistake. You are the one that needs the guidance. So you come up with ideas, you come up with plans, you share, and you ask for their feedback. They are not the ones to dictate the path that you take, but based on their feedback, you can see what to do and what not to do. Because in the end, it is your life, right? So when you share with them your plans for yourself, for your life, and they kind of criticize it a little bit, you have to pay attention to, because sometimes some mentors don't see your vision because it was not given to them, it was given to you. And when they tell you this is too big, or this is, when they say some words that you think are not okay, take it in good faith. They don't get it, and it's fine. They're human beings too, they're not gods. So take it in good faith and run with your vision. Create more actionable steps and share with them. Tell them why you think this is the main thing. I know people whose mentors told them that you cannot do this, and they went ahead and did it wonderfully well. And their mentors are proud of them. Well, I didn't think that was possible, but I'm glad you chose that path, even though I told you not to. Because you can see vividly the plan, and you can see your future so vividly that you only need guidance and on how to get there, not whether you should or you should not. Okay? You're still asking, what do you think about having mentors in different areas of your life? I've already answered that. You should have mentors for different aspects of your life. Okay, Ojo Emmanuel, good evening. It's good to have you here. Yeah, you can rub minds and brainstorm with your equal. I wouldn't call that a mentorship relationship. Okay, I hope I answered all your questions effectively and satisfiably. No, there's a particular word I'm looking for. I hope you're satisfied with the responses I've given. Okay, one more question before I go off. If you have students you are teaching, are you their mentor? What kind of students? Educational students, academic students, that you teach maths or you teach English? No, you are not their mentor. You are imparting knowledge to them. That's what you're doing. You're not their mentor. Olumoroti Christiana, good evening. It's good to have you here. So thank you everyone for joining and for watching the replay. If you have any question as you're watching the replay, please drop it in the comment section of this video and I'll make sure to reply. Please like this video, subscribe, okay? Like and subscribe. Share with your friends if you found or if you got value from this session. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm glad to have you. I'm honored to host you every Thursday on this channel, and I hope to see you next week, same time, same station, for another explosive session. Alright, I remain your host, Chinaza Favour, and this is Honest Conversations with Chinaza Favour. Have a wonderful night's rest. Bye.